Well, folks, I think the next thing that we're going to need to do is we can cook ores pretty effectively, but dusting them and doubling our ores, the only way we really have to do it is this very large, elaborate machine, which, due to updates in the technology, is kind of not necessary anymore. We could actually get away with doing almost all of this. We could actually get away with doing all this without using Steve's Factory Manager. Not that this build is bad. I mean, I'm proud of this build, but it's not necessary anymore. That said, we would like a way to be able to at least dust things for alloy creation, because right now we really don't have a great way to do alloy creation, other than jumping on this really frustrating box. Now, I was looking through my old engineering diary, and I noticed that we could make a mechanical duster. Now that we have a source of passive power, seems to me like a pretty good idea. And then we could maybe work towards the kinetic duster, which we need to actually go through and make the mechanical duster to understand the final principles involved with this. Then we could actually have the full thing. So I think what we're going to do is try to make the mechanical duster. It seems like we need some iron gears, some gold, and some cooked stone. Let's go ahead and just grab some stone. Oh, and actually, let me do a few things while we're starting. We really need to, once we get that done, we can make some better wire, and then I think we're going to work on making a teleporter between the upstairs and the downstairs, because right now this is just silly, right? This is just no good. But one thing we are going to do is toss this right here, right? And then we're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. We're going to start mass producing these. It'll take a little bit, but I think it'll be worthwhile. Okay, well, all we need are a few gears and things. So let's go ahead and get that done. Should be straightforward. Grab some of this. And let's grab a bunch of these. And then I guess we could just do it with this too, right? Because we can just be like, bup, 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 bup. Yeah, we could do a few of these. Now we need 2 iron gears. And what do we don't have any iron? No problem. Go 2 of these, and then we need a grinding wheel, which I guess is this last stone gear surrounded by this. There we go, grinding wheel. And now we should just be able to put together these. And I think this will, let's see, and then what was the last bit? A little bit of gold. Let's grab these things and try that one more time. There we go. Mechanical duster. So now this, I think, is a much more exciting device. Although I think that maybe, like, it says that it's not automatable, but it might be automatable. It's just not 100, like all on its own automatable. So let's go ahead and hook this up to our power network, like so. Like this, and then this, right? And now this guy should be getting power. Already got power. So now let's just go ahead and see what we can do here with this. And it just shoots it, grinds it pretty effectively. That's pretty nice. And then shoots it off, huh? So what we'd want to do is, what happens if we were to toss one in and then maybe make a little area here to catch stuff? What if we went like this? Does it shoot it off in a random direction, or can we like catch it in a cup? Like so. And then we would go like, say, like this. So can we just put it right here? Oh, not what I wanted to do. Like this. Okay, and now that's going. Now will it come out this way towards me? No, it just goes off in like a random direction. That is pretty frustrating. Well, let's see if we can actually just power through this device, because I mean, it's convenient. And we could also use it to make, you know, by hand, make some nice stuff. But it's definitely, you know, at least I prefer this to jumping, although it is a little bit boring watching it grind. Let's see, how many of these do we got to process? We got to process 20 ores, huh? Okay, well, I can do that. One sec while I get that done. Oh, and while that's grinding, let's not forget that we are cooking up lots and lots of slot things here. Is that not going in for a reason? Maybe I just put it in the wrong place. Let's see. Probably I just pointed it straight down. Okay, let's go like, boom, like that. Now that definitely is pointing into the thing. And then we can go 1, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that should be the whole of it. Okay, there you go, cook up. Because we're going to upgrade, ouch. Ugh. We're going to upgrade our altar very soon. So let me go ahead and get this upgraded, and then we should be ready to go Should be some ore flung around here somewhere. Or, oh, there we are, dusts. Yeesh. Maybe I need to make a magnetic ring or something, because this is a little silly. Ah, there we go. Research finished. Kinetic duster. Okay, and we're cooking up some copper, so that's great. Thank you, mechanical duster. So let's see. The kinetic duster now is the thing that we got. According to this, we can do it. We need by lasers. Lasers and an internal gold circuit. So a kinetic duster looks like this. A diamond gear, which is pretty expensive, I'm not going to lie, although I can afford it now. Gold gear is also expensive, and then glass. And then we're going to need lasers on top of that. Lasers are cool. Laser. These things right here. They are not too expensive, although they're not so cheap that we can just use them casually. So we need to be a little bit careful about that. But yeah, it's definitely a thing here. Let's see what we can do. Well, folks, I've done some crafting along with a bunch of other things, and I think that I am ready to set this up. Now, I am very concerned about the amount of power that we have here, but I think we're going to have to just make do with what we've got until we can do better. So I made 4 lasers and the assembly table. So really what we just need to do is like set up a little environment. Like let's just go ahead and break all this, right? Let's grab our tool pouch. I think I have I'm sure I have a shovel in here. Yeah, obviously. And let's go ahead and let's lay down a little area. Right. And we have 4 of these guys, so it probably, I mean, it won't hurt to do it this way. We'll lay down standard brick here. This will look, I guess, not terrible, which is good. I think. And we'll move all this stuff soon. Remember, this stuff is, well... Alright, folks, so I think I've got everything needed. I've actually done a bunch of other stuff. You can get a glimpse of that over there and in my inventory. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I think now the next step is we're just going to, well, we're going to put down this crate right here. And I'm a little bit worried about our power production. It's really quite low, but it'll be enough for now. So let's go ahead and just dig out a little place right here. 1, 2, 3. So let's make that 3 by 3 and lay out just a standard brick platform. I think that'll look fine. Right, and then we can lay out, so these are the small bricks. We can use larger bricks, I think, on the walls here, and it'll look pretty good. There we are. So it should be really easy for us to just kind of cap off the area here for the moment. And let's go ahead and let's first put on a capacitor up here. I think this will be the right thing to do. So if we put this right here, right, and then put the capacitor up top, and we'll eventually need some sort of better energy storage mechanism, but I mean, this is obviously just what we have for now, so we'll have to get that all sorted out in a sec. And we can hop down here and grab our lasers and our assembly table. We can just go ahead and put those in the middle. And let's grab our connectors and wire, right? So obviously we're going to want to get the connectors up there. I'm going to need like a place to get up there for the moment, so we'll just kind of temporarily add some blocks that I can jump to. Just right here. Don't worry, we'll take this all down. Go like this. Yeah, there we go. And then we can make that symmetrical and then toss these here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is the way it should look. And we're just going to get rid of this stuff anyways. Now, you know, thinking about it, I'm not sure what the right procedure is here, right? This is like, I've never built a system quite like this before. I think that the way it ought to work is that we ought to have some power input coming in the back. So let's go ahead and grab our engineer's hammer right here. Let's lay out a little platform for ourselves to walk, because we're going to have to go over here like this, I think. Yeah. And we're going to have to shift right click it. So that's now nothing. Shift right click. That's one more. That's output, and then right click. Interesting. I do not... Oh, that just rotates it. So that's input. And, I don't know. That is output now? This thing, man, it does not seem to have any sort of logic. Like, because what I want to do is put the... I want to put the wire connector here, right? And then have the output to the down. How do I even make that happen? Because it seems like Okay, somehow I got it to do what I wanted. I'm not really sure, but we're going to go ahead and plug this in, right? And then we're going to grab our wire, and we're going to wire this sucker up to here. Boom. Now, as I understand it, and don't worry, we'll remove the hover block issue in a minute. As I understand this, we are in a bit of a bind here. Like, this won't work perfectly because this wire loses power over transmission. But one of the reasons we're setting this up, right, is so that we can make a kinetic duster. If you recall, it's been a while in terms of time, but I don't know how long it'll be after the editing. And the kinetic duster will actually, we can go ahead and put this. This may actually look kind of cool if we do it like off around the side over here like this, right? Put that like there, and then each of the machines there, because the lasers don't care. They're like the honey badgers of machines. Okay, let's pop in here some of our old machinery. So this is 640, that's 2560. That's probably better. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and plonk one here, here, here. We can make a little bit more, I think. Let's just hop down. And 1, 2. No problem. We can handle this. So yeah, we're going to set this up. And once we've got this set up, then I think that we'll be in a pretty good position to just at least start dusting things quickly. And then we can actually upgrade our wire, because I really don't want to sit around hopping or chasing after a bunch of garbage or waiting on day and nighttime cycles, etc., right? Like, that's just not what we want to do. So let's go ahead. That should be fine the way it is. Now, we'll eventually need to upgrade this, but I think if we grab one of these for now, it should be okay. Yeah. So that that should be enough. Now that will start to fill things out. And if we look here, this is going to drain fairly fast, right? And that guy up there is probably draining mighty fast as well. But these lasers are slowly filling up with RF. We'll give this system a second, but I think that this system hopefully won't blow up, right? Like, it shouldn't, I don't think. I mean, we could just be about to lose everything that we've worked so hard for. But the pipes are all saturated, which is, I guess, good. Like, this is what we want. And now this guy, he's still draining a little bit of a tick. How about this guy? Is he just... We may need to work that out, because it seems to me like these guys are just going to drain everything. And that's not really what we want. We can... Oh. Is it slowly calming down? It really shouldn't, like, continue to drain this way. I mean, this is a lot of power flowing out of this. So I'm very surprised that it's doing this, right? Okay. It's gradually figuring itself out. So there should be a tiny, tiny upkeep cost, but that upkeep cost should be low. Unfortunately, our main capacitor is draining pretty drastically, and I don't see any sign of that stopping. So maybe what we'll do, just for now, because you see now the system... Oh, okay, well now it's going to drain up in there. Okay, and these guys have power. I think that'll be okay. I mean, it's not the best, but we'll just wait a few minutes, and then we should be able to... I'll tell you what, I'm going to go make the kinetic duster really quick. Kinetic duster. This is the other thing that we were hoping to make, and it needs 4 more diamonds, which I've already spent a ton on, but we can get there. So I'm going to go make this really quick, and then I'll see you in a moment while this system recharges, because it will take a little while to recharge with the rather meager power production that we have now. Okay, I think I've done it. So all we have to do is put one of these down. Boom. Now, I think this guy is, if not fully charged up, yeah, he's fully charged up. So we'll have to see how well this goes. It could be bad, it could be great. We may have to upgrade things sooner than we thought. But if we put that in, and then pew, these guys should all pop on. And it shouldn't take very much power at all, I'm told. Yeah, like these guys are, yeah, pretty quick there. And if we were to go through and grab one of these, just one of these little bars of copper, it should go even faster, I think, because it's just a bar of copper. Right? Yeah, and it basically takes about as long as, well, not long, very long at all. And that turns it back into dust. And honestly, that's sort of what we wanted. So, this system, if we set it up right, will allow us to do an awful lot of really good stuff. Specifically, it's going to let us, I think, I think. Now, don't get mad if this is not the case. But I think we can make a pretty sweet automation system here. Now, how are we doing on power? We did burn through about half our power. So we are going to have to be pretty careful with this because it just is not very power efficient, especially compared to this guy. So we might, before we can change our wire system, we need to start making some other stuff. Specifically at MV, or MV, we need to start making MV wire connectors, and these involve a lot of clay. And then MV capacitors, and these actually just involve, you know, blocks of redstone, and they're quite simple, so it's just more redstone there. And yeah, that's really all we need to do. Now, this is of course IC2 stuff, so it's not really related, but we can definitely get this going with this system. I think this will be okay for now. We sort of need this anyways. We may actually want to try using the industrial stuff. I've been kind of yearning to go back to the electrical thing anyways, but I think the other problem is there's a lot of wasted power here because this is like, they're all getting full up, and then the power really isn't going anywhere except to the upkeep ticks. But, you know, whatever. Anyways, we should be able to actually make this system automatic because it has a lot of sides. It's very easy to do. So we should be able to dig underneath here and do that. Let me see if I can figure that out really quick while I cook up some of this ore, now that I have it. And, whoa, that's not what I want to do at all. Back in there. And we'll see what we can do here, because I think if I just, you know, knuckle down a little bit, I should be able to actually go ahead and automate an ore system, and then we can make enough. The big thing I think we need to do is make enough, one birch short, huh? We need to make enough of the electrum wire. So we want to make the MV wire solution that we want is electrum, right? Yeah, electrum wire coil, and that requires electrum, which is gold and silver when you mix them together. We can take a look right there, and that is you know, a 2 for 2. So we just need to grind a whole bunch of gold and silver, and that I think is the key to proceeding. I think maybe we'll use Steve's factory manager for the next part of this, as it seems to me like a pretty solid call. It should be straightforward. So let me do some crafting. In the meantime, you gotta admit, this looks really cool. Like, we're doing pretty good on this. So, I guess before I go do that, though, let me just recap some work I did. I have a reed farm. This farm is about as simple as the other farms. It has a little bit more reeds, right? And you can see it's just some more of these dislocators on the same timer. And I extended this build out over here. You can see I added another sorting chest and sorting connectors down here. So now this system actually allows us to put more item frames. The reason there's more chests is because there needs to be more item frames. And we could, of course, in theory move this mana pool and get another 3 types of items. And I think we're at the very least going to add 1 or 2 more, although we'll need special hardware for it. So we may not actually need to worry about the dislocator problem as it stands. Now, the other thing we've been working on, besides a little bit of improvements to the witchery, it's now at 131, which is fantastic because of all the extra growth. I realized it wasn't bright enough back there for the water artichoke, so that's been sorted. Please don't light me on fire, come on. We have a tier 3 blood altar now, and we are slowly moving through that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the incense. So why don't we craft... I would like to start moving towards a tier 4. Right now, I think no one else has really had the opportunity to research this magic the way I have. So I think that right now it's sort of unexplored amongst the Band of the Fox, against the other people who have taken residence in this environment. So I am excited to try and attack it and make a better result. We also moved our... have kind of a little area right here. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, this is in fact a where I moved my coffin to. For now. You can only sleep during the day, though. That's fine. You can just... and it's light in here just to keep the spawns from coming in. I don't really mind I closed my coffin anyways. I one time had a zombie spawn in there with me. But this incense is really cool. So let me go grab some incense, and maybe we can talk about that.